My name is Anna Jo Haynes, and I'm President Emeritus at Mile High Montessori Early Learning Centers. This award in honor of Emily Griffith means a great deal to me. And to be honored by something that's totally involved in education is a deep honor for me. I realized early on that all education is important. My actual job was in early education. I involved myself in every aspect of education throughout the years. Worked extensively in education the entire time. So it's been the total focus of my life. And I was the first president of the Children's Campaign. It's now celebrating this year its 30th birthday. And it's been the voice for Colorado's children. And I've stayed involved every step of the way. In a sense, it's kind of kept me young. In terms of saying I can still be involved. So that's what motivated me to move, was that people really wanted to do something on behalf of children, and education was very important. The early childhood councils, which is wonderful, there are, I believe there are 36 of them across the state now. I think about an ideal world a lot, what role education would play. We're talking about flipped classrooms and blended learning, and we're talking now career pathways, which was the emphasis of what I think Emily Griffith did years ago. I've spent 50 years in the field, and what continues to encourage me is that there's always something to celebrate. We forget to celebrate our successes in the field we work in. And for me to continue working is, I constantly am getting people to say, hooray! When I've mentored a young person, I think, that was a good thing, because they call me back or send me a lovely note and say, you wouldn't believe what just happened.
Boy, that looks like good food.
And thank you so much, for helping me. And so it's those things that continue to keep me motivated. Modesty has its place, but I knew that if I got rewarded, all the people who worked with and for me felt rewarded as well. And you feel really great that people think that you've made a contribution that means something. It's a lot more than I ever expected. It's meaningful, and I try to share that as much as I can. I think it makes us great as a city, as a state, and as a nation when we pay attention to what I think is the most important part of our lives.
Inside this building are three brothers.
Mike, Sean, and Mo.
Three friends, living a dream.
Yeah, just us.
Allow me to introduce you to Michael Lucero.
I work with my twin brother, and sounds good, brother.
That's Moses Lucero.
And my buddy Sean.
Every day is something new.
And Sean Martinez. They are
part owners still alive at the barber company.
They are trying to create a
Denver premier barbershop.
Mike says it was.
It's easy to open up the shop, being that I have two other partners.
They know
it's hard work.
You only get out of it what you put into it.
I like working hard. I like being challenged.
This shop is their dream, and it started years ago.
Becoming a barber has been the plan since high school.
For Mike, he didn't like
going into a barber shop and not getting the cut that I wanted.
Sean liked looking good too.
I was getting my hair cut probably once a week.
That isn't cheap.
Growing up in a bigger family and not being able to afford haircuts.
This led to picking up scissors.
I actually started cutting in high school.
So we started cutting our own hair. That led to cutting friends and family, and eventually it took me to barber school. That's great, man.
Once they were in school, the challenges didn't stop.
While I was going to Emily Griffith, I was holding down a full-time job, going to school full-time.
They appreciate their education.
I want to thank Emily Griffith for the opportunity of giving us the ability and the skill, not only to cut hair, but also how to run a successful business.
They have some advice for you while you're in school.
Take every haircut possible.
Learn as much as you can.
Listen to your instructors, they definitely know what they're talking about. You're in school and the time to mess up and get the mistakes out is during school.
And once you're out of school,
You have one obligation, and that's to make sure there's somebody always in your chair.
and come away satisfied.
Make sure a first-time client comes back a second time. You give somebody a bad haircut, they're never coming back.
Maybe you could enjoy the benefits of working for yourself someday.
There's a number of things. I love being self-employed. Nobody tells you what to do. Making money without... So how you feeling, man? Anybody giving you a schedule?
They make this sound so simple. They do understand.
This doesn't come easy. It's something that you have to work at.
But it all depends on the drive and the passion. You could take barbering as far as you want.
This intensity drives them to demand.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. We want a couple more locations.
They're living their dream.
I never thought that I would own a barbershop.
Opening a barbershop in the heart of downtown Denver is an accomplishment.